Come with me, love. Our journey starts now. I stood at the edge of the train platform, my heartbeat racing as the final boarding call echoed through the air. The train doors were open. The future was waiting. And she was still hesitating. I reached for her hand, squeezing it gently, my voice filled with quiet urgency. Come with me, love. Our journey starts now. She was afraid to take the first step. She looked at me with wide eyes, her fingers trembling in mine. Are you sure? She whispered. More than ever. Her gaze flickered toward the train, then back to me. I could see the war inside her, the part of her that wanted to run, and the part of her that wanted to stay. We're leaving everything behind, she murmured. No, I corrected. We're leaving everything that was holding us back. This wasn't just a trip. It was a new beginning. Life had given us too many reasons to be afraid. Too many people had told us that love like ours wasn't meant to last. Too many times we had let doubt creep in, questioning whether we were strong enough, brave enough, reckless enough to choose love over certainty. But I had made my choice, and I needed her to make hers. I don't want to look back, I told her. I don't want to wonder what if. I don't want to regret the chances we never took. The train's whistle blew, a sharp sound that sent chills down my spine. This is our chance, love. I held her gaze, but we have to take it together. Was she ready? Her breath caught. For a second, she didn't move, didn't blink, didn't breathe. And then she let go of the fear. She let go of the past. She let go of everything except me. Let's go. The car engine hummed softly as I gripped the steering wheel. Glancing over at her, she sat in the passenger seat, staring at the road ahead, her fingers nervously twisting in her lap. I could feel her hesitation, the weight of the decision pressing down on her. I reached for her hand, intertwining our fingers, and whispered, "Come with me, love. Our journey starts now." This was our chance. We had spent too long trapped in the past, too many nights replaying the mistakes, too many mornings waking up in the same routine, pretending everything was fine, too many almost fixing things, almost moving forward, almost choosing happiness over fear. But almost wasn't enough. Not anymore. We had a choice. Stay where we were, comfortable but unhappy, or take a leap into something new, something terrifying, but real. And I needed her to take that leap with me. What if we regret it? She whispered. Asters. Asters? I looked at her, really looked at her. At the way her lips trembled slightly. At the way her eyes searched mine for an answer she already knew. What if we don't? I countered, because wasn't that the bigger risk? To stay in a life that felt small. To spend years wondering what could have been. To let love slip through our fingers, just because we were scared. I squeezed her hand. I don't have all the answers, love, but I know this. I want you by my side. Wherever we go, whatever happens, we face it together. She had to choose. The road was open in front of us, waiting, a new city, a fresh start, a chance to rewrite our story. But she had to want it. She had to want us. She took a shaky breath, then turned to me, and when she finally spoke, I knew. Let's go. I held her hand a little tighter, feeling the way her fingers trembled against mine. The highway stretched ahead, endless, filled with possibilities we hadn't dared to explore before. Come with me, love. Our journey starts now. She glanced at me, her lips parting as if to speak, but no words came out. I could see the war in her eyes, the fear, the hesitation, but beneath it all there was something else. Hope. The past was holding her back. Are we really doing this? She finally whispered, her voice barely audible over the hum of the car engine. We are, I said, my voice steady, because I had already made my choice. I wasn't going to spend another day waiting for life to happen to us. I wasn't going to keep pretending that we were okay staying in the same place, drowning in routine, letting fear decide our future. We had been stuck for too long. Too many nights wondering if we had made the wrong choices. Too many fights over things that didn't matter. Too many times we almost walked away, only to find ourselves still holding on. And now, this was our chance to start over, to chase something bigger, to prove that love was worth the risk. She was still unsure. What if we failed? She asked, her voice barely above a whisper. I turned to her, my foot steady on the gas. What if we don't? She swallowed hard. I could tell she wanted to believe me, but years of hesitation weren't so easy to erase. I don't know if I'm ready, she admitted, her fingers tightening around mine. I exhaled slowly, then lifted our intertwined hands to my lips. Then we'll take it one step at a time. Because I wasn't asking her to be fearless. I wasn't asking her to have all the answers. I was just asking her to take this leap with me. The road ahead was unknown, but it was ours. The sun was beginning to set, painting the sky in shades of orange and gold. I glanced at her again, watching the way her eyes flickered between the road and me, as if she were weighing every possible outcome. But then she let out a deep breath, and nodded. Okay, she whispered. Let's go. Relief washed over me because in that moment I knew, no matter what lay ahead, no matter where this journey took us, she was with me. And that was all that mattered. I smiled, squeezed her hand, and pressed my foot down on the gas. The journey had finally begun. The road stretched before us like an unwritten story, waiting to be filled with moments we hadn't yet lived. The hum of the car engine was steady, but inside my heart was racing. She had said yes, she had chosen to come with me, but I could still sense her hesitation in the way she kept glancing back in the side mirror, as if she were leaving something behind that she wasn't sure she was ready to let go of. Was she second-guessing everything? What are you thinking? I asked gently, not wanting to push too hard, but needing to know what was going through her mind. She was quiet for a moment, then sighed. I'm just scared. Her voice was small, uncertain, a stark contrast to the confident woman I had fallen in love with. Of what? I pressed. Of everything. She turned to look at me, her eyes shining with emotions I couldn't quite read. What if we're making a mistake? What if we're just running away from something, instead of running towards something better? I took a deep breath, gripping the wheel a little tighter. I understood. Because I had asked myself the same thing 1,000 times before. This wasn't about running. It was about choosing. We're not running away, love, I said, glancing at her. We're choosing something new. Something that could be better. Something that's ours. She bit her lip, staring at the road ahead. But what if it's not? What if we end up exactly where we started, lost? That was the thing about taking risks. There were no guarantees, no promises that things would be easy. But love was never about playing it safe. Then we'll figure it out together, I told her, because I'd rather get lost with you than stay stuck in a place that doesn't feel like home. She exhaled, as if she had been holding in that fear for too long, and then slowly, she nodded. A smile broke through the uncertainty. She let her hand rest on top of mine, her fingers tracing slow, absent-minded circles against my skin. It was something she always did when she was trying to convince herself everything was going to be okay. I want to believe you, she said softly. Then believe me. She smiled. Not big, not completely fearless, but real. And for the first time in a long time, I saw hope in her eyes. The kind of hope that whispered, maybe this time we'll get it right. Come with me, love. Our journey starts now. I pressed my foot down on the gas, feeling the rush of wind against my skin, the thrill of the unknown pulling us forward. We didn't have all the answers. We didn't know exactly where we would end up, but we had each other, and that was enough.